Welcome to the Sales Influence Podcast, where we talk about finding the why in how people buy. I'm your host, Victor Antonio. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for lending me those wonderful ears. Today, we continue the conversation on different tactics, strategies you can use to increase price on your clients because you have to. This tactic is called price creep, and it's a great strategy because it's something you can do gradually over time. Now, here's how it works. It is a planned price increase. That means you have to plan this out. You just can't surprise clients with it. You have to plan it out. So what you can do is create a cadence. By cadence, I mean a rhythm, so to speak, whereby, for example, every 6 months, you increase this price by a small percentage, just a small percentage, not a big chunk, just a small percentage. So for example, you may want to increase the price by 2% on all your products every 6 months, right? Every 6 months, that's your cadence. You're going to increase price by 2%. Now, a lot of big corporations do this. They increase prices slowly over the year. These are planned price increases. Now, 2% increase every 6 months over a 2-year period is 8%. Now, I'd rather get a 2% gradual increase every 6 months than be surprised one day with an 8% price increase, because that literally might blow my budget out of the water if I'm a client. So there's an advantage here using this price creeping strategy. Advantage number 1, you avoid sticker shock. By doing it slowly over time, the customer gets used to these small increases. So again, it's not this big 8%, it's just this gradual 2% every 6 months, for example. Advantage number 2 of this strategy, you condition the client. This is important. You condition the client. In other words, the client gets used to a small price increase and they consider it as part of doing business with you. Let me say that again. The client gets used to these small increases because they see them every 6 months and they consider just that's part of the business. Clients know that prices will go up over time, but seeing those gradual price increase, again, you avoid sticker shock and the customer gets used to seeing that. The third advantage is that the client, knowing that every 6 months, prices typically go up, let's say 2%, then they can start including that as part of their budget, and that's important as well. Customers don't like surprises. So if you can avoid sticker shock, condition them slowly over time that prices will increase by a given percentage, they can then budget for that in their next year or next quarter budget. And this reduces that, I'll say, anxiety on their side without being shocked. Now, this comes with a warning. This whole price creep strategy comes with a warning. And that is, over time, you're going to increase prices, but eventually it's going to become noticeable. And you may, qualifying word there, you may price yourself out of the market against similar competitors. So again, increasing your prices slowly over time makes sense. Doing it slowly, as opposed to really jolting the customer, is an advantage. But keep in mind that over time, sometimes we don't notice it, that we're increasing our prices so much gradually over time that we eventually, price ourselves out of the market. So let's be careful when you're using this price creep strategy. And that is it for the Sales Influence Podcast. Leave me some feedback on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Pandora, or wherever you find me. Love to hear what you think of this strategy. And if you use this strategy, I definitely want to hear from you and how it works and how you rolled it out. Leave some comments, again, on YouTube or wherever you're listening to this or watching this. And on that note, this is Victor Antonio, always reminding you, selenate hard when you know how. Take care.
Hi, I'm Victor Antonio. I'm an author, sales trainer, and keynote speaker. I'm often asked, what makes a great speaker? Is it someone who delivers real content that the audience can use? Is it someone who engages the audience so they're part of the learning experience? Or is it someone who can motivate an audience to push them beyond their comfort zone and discover new abilities? The answer is yes. But the most important thing to remember is that I'm not there to look good. I'm there to make my client look good. Simply put, it's never about me, and it's always about them.